All right, there we go. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow comic book collectors. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. And today I have another interesting unboxing I want to do. Another wonderful package. So we're going to see if this comic survived. Speaking of surviving comics, yesterday the seller already approved the return. And in my mind, that means most likely that person knew what was going on, especially with the fact that they said that the Marvel stamp was in that book. Because, I mean, let's just say the comic was in perfect condition. They basically, they flat out lied about the Marvel stamp being there, which it was not, and I showed that in the video. So I think they kind of, hoped that they would send it to somebody that wouldn't check and get away with it. But unfortunately, they sent it to the wrong person, so I just wanted to give an update that somebody, the person did approve the return right away. So it's already mailed out, ready to get my money back. So that's one of the lessons I want to teach people is no matter what you hear in an auction, make sure that you check the book. Because like I said, yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, check it out, and you'll see the full details of what I'm talking about. What will happen is you can have people that'll tell you what's in there, maybe even show a picture of a book, and it ends up it wasn't what they said it was, or they lied. I mean, like I said, there's a video I did about 2 or 3 weeks ago about this scam from China. I even told eBay about it, and they don't seem to care. But they show pictures of books, obviously books they don't own. So the good thing about eBay is they do have buyer protection programs, so I am getting my money back. That's why I'm not afraid to take the chance. But like I said, if you know what to look for and you actually inspect your book when you get them, the chances of you being scammed is slim to none. Because if you watch my videos over the years, you've seen time and time again, people either didn't mail comics, I had that happen the other day, or they mail wrong stuff, or they lie, or things like that. I would say I'd probably had to have returned over the years since about 2016. I've probably had to return about 125 different books. Not once did I get scammed. So make sure you do your research. Make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure you inspect your books. So we see plenty of people here. I did have to change it to 15 minutes earlier because I have to go to work. I had an appointment that somebody made last minute, so I wanted to make sure I still was able to make this video. But I want to say hello to the people that get here early. Michael is first today. Welcome. Michael P. says, hey. I say hello back. Luis Ramirez says first, even though he's second. That's all right. That's a good try. James is here. John, Quiet Storm, Love Comic Art. We've got Manny the Comic Collector. We got Jeffrey. We got Thanos once again. Collector's Den. Jerry P., I have telepathy, who's in 30th this week. He's blaming it on an ad, but you should have known there was ads, so shame on you. No, always good to see you. Jose is here, Comic Addiction. Rammed for Tim, interesting name. Horror Breakdown, good to see you. Love Travel 99, Eric Mena, and everybody else I'd like to welcome. Let's just say hello to Mark. Love Travel, I think I said. Lewis, Nigel, Robert James, Johnny Future just got here. Good timing. So I could spend all day reading names, which I'm sure you'd all appreciate, but the people watching probably don't. So let's show first the video camera, otherwise you're not going to be able to see. And this is what I would consider so far the steal of the year as far as a Bronze Age comic. I have a steal of the year for a modern comic that should be arriving today. And here's the package it came in. Now, this one was at least nice enough to write the word in French for Gilly, which, of course, is French for fragile. So the good thing is, as always, I tell people to make sure they put cardboard in. So the person did reply, so there is some cardboard, so there is hope for this one. But I could tell that this seller was somebody who doesn't normally sell comic books. He said this was a book he's had since he was a kid. He just wanted to get rid of it. And he did a buy it now. All right, so there's a little note. He did a buy it now. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, you know what? You got to take a chance because once in a while you'll lose, but you'll win if you know what you're looking for. Okay, so no hello. He's just reiterating what's in here. I guess that's to remind himself when he mailed it. Now, you charged me $14 to ship this book. So, the interesting part is the post office charged $12.80 for this wonderful parcel. Now, you may have seen what the book is, because I wrote on the cover. I always write what it is, because sometimes I don't open boxes right away. All right, so this person did not put a board on this comic. I want to make sure I don't cut it, because they taped it right to the comic itself. But like I said, this person doesn't, I can tell he doesn't collect comics. But when you see this book and the price I paid for it, you're going to be shocked at the price, because I paid way below what a 0.5 would be for this book. And I will inspect it. But as you can see, the back, this looks pretty darn good. So this person had this since he was a kid. Said he read it a couple of times. I don't even see any spinal creases. There is one little tear, like about this much on the front, and that is and a round corner. Other than that, this book would easily be a 5.0 to a 5.5 range. So this is why I always tell people, you got to check eBay. You got to be quick, because this was listed, and probably 10 seconds after it listed, I bought it. And the same thing with the modern book that, it's a modern Grail book that's coming today. You got to pounce, otherwise somebody else is going to take it. So here is the comic I won, and I'll tell you the price. So, John Walton, you did guess right. Amazing Spider-Man number 129. And here is the only defect. Right there, I don't know if you could see it, there's a little tiny tear. And you could see here, it's got a blunt edge. It's the camera's not doing it justice a little bit because of the plastic, but it's a little rounded. There are, let's see, on the back, it looks like it might have been dropped at one point, probably in the mail. But you can see there's a couple of little scrunch marks here, but it doesn't break color, so a pressing would fix this. So since there's no bag, and well, there is a bag, obviously. Since there's no board, let's open it up, and let's see. So, let me first tell you the price. Now remember, he charged me $14 for shipping. So I paid a grand total of $189 for this book. I think, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe according to GoCollect.com, a 0.5 is $400. So if somebody could verify that, I think I might be wrong. But let's take a look inside. You always want to check. Alright, so coupons are intact. That's important. You always want to make sure, because a lot of times back in the days, they did a lot of giveaways where you'd have to cut out a coupon. So it looks, the pages look nice and white. This is why I tell people I'm never afraid to take a chance on eBay. So this person really took care of this book. Let me check the centerfold. Let me first find the centerfold. All right, so you can see centerfold is completely intact. All the coupons are there. And the little tear only is on the cover only. So let's see. Okay, so 0.5 Jake, according to Jake says, is around $425. So this definitely makes up for that Hulk 180 yesterday. So this is in great condition. I mean, look at the back. You know, normally on these white books, there'd be a lot of, like, dirt. That's nice and white. So this person definitely loved this book. He said he read it a couple of times. He looks like maybe he read it 10 times, maybe. Now, you can see when you reflect it in the light, there's a bunch of little creases, but they don't break color. It's definitely not going to pick up on the camera. But a pressing will get all of that out. So I would say this is probably between, after a pressing, This would probably be a 5.5 to probably maybe a 6.5 range for $189. Oh, and 20 cents. I'm sorry, because he charged me $14.20 for the shipping. So the one good thing, well, many good things about PGX, whether you like them or not, because I always send in 4 comics a month. This will be one of them for next month. They have in-house pressing, in-house dry cleaning, in-house signature verification, so I can get it all done. And this comic will come out looking really good because a lot of the creases are non-color breaking. Now, a lot of times when people look at books, they just look like this. Look at it in the light, reflected on different angles, because you'll be able to see things that looking straight on you will not be able to see. So I see there's a couple of wrinkles on the cover, but they're easily pressed out. So, Amazing Spider-Man 129, first appearance of the Punisher. Again, after a pressing would probably be between 5.5 and a 6.5 range. I paid for almost half of what a 0.5 would be of $189.20. So it was a buy it now, just listed on eBay. I get those a lot these days. It's something you got to look for. Now, the thing is, one of the things I love about working at home is it allows me to have a lot of free time to where I'm looking on eBay, sometimes for hours. So it's something where you're most likely not just going to go on eBay for 2 seconds and find something. To me, this is almost like a job. Because remember, I do sell those mystery packages and everything. So for me to get books like this and turn around to be able to put something like this in like one of the bigger packages, which I might do if somebody orders one of the larger ones, because, you know, you're getting key issues with the larger packages, I can end up not spending a lot of money and being able to use the profits to either buy better books so I can sell them again, or to, you know, like I said, get medicine for my cats, and also eventually we're going to move. Now, we had one state in mind, but we're thinking we might have to change that because of an interesting law they just made recently. So we're still on the hunt, but, you know, moving, I want to make sure, because a couple people asked if we found a house yet. It's going to be about a year and a half at least before we move, because when I move, I want it to be the last house I ever move again. One of the things my mother used to do as a real estate agent growing up, you know, most people collect coins, we collect comics. My mother used to collect houses because she would get a house that had a fixer-upper thanks to her lovely boyfriend after my parents got divorced. He was a construction worker, and every year we'd buy a house, fix it up, turn around and sell it, and find another fixer-upper opportunity. So there's an old saying that says, you don't know what you got until it's gone. My saying is, you don't know what you got until you have to move it. So I want to make sure when we move that it will be in a house where it's not a temporary thing. It's something that we will spend hopefully the rest of our lives in. So that's something you got to take seriously, and it's going to take time. So it's not like I'm going to just pick up and move tomorrow. So the good thing about that is it gives me more time to be able to save up, invest in the comics, because to me, it's an investment. And like I always say, like some people said, well, I probably have about 5 or 6 copies of this book because, number one, I can sell them if I have to. I can put 1 or 2 in the mystery boxes. I can trade them for something else if I want to, and still have one of the books. So if I only had one of these and I had to, God forbid, sell it, well, now I don't own it anymore. You know, back in the days, I learned that because when all my key comics got stolen, I only had one of each. So when they got stolen, my Hulk 181s, my Amazing Spider-Man 21, my X-Men, Giant Size X-Men 1 and X-Men 94, my Tales of Suspense number 40, things like that. Avengers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. You know, I only had one of each. So if I had multiples and put them in different places, well, I wouldn't have had to have been as big of a loss as I felt. So make sure you do your research. Look at your books when you get them. So the good thing is you guys got to see inside the book. So as you can see, perfectly white pages. There's no bends even in the edges or anything. No little tears at the bottom. I can't wait to get this one graded. And for the price, I can't beat it. So luckily, the person put some protection because I did tell them I wanted cardboard. I told them very thick pieces, but, you know, it dodged a bullet because look at that. That's probably where the corner got scrunched a little bit. But again, a pressing is going to fix that. So I can live with that. But just imagine what this would have been if he didn't know about this. It would have probably been in an envelope like you saw yesterday. So don't be afraid to ask people. Sometimes they're not going to go overboard, but this was just enough to make the difference between the comic yesterday being returned and the comic today being able to be kept. So make sure you don't assume and you contact sellers. So that's my story and sticking to it. I want to make sure I thank everybody for coming out. Reggie, good to see you. You are today's surprise subscriber shout out. Collector, I'm going to give you one as well. And Mr. John Alfonso. So trifecta today. If you're kind enough to give a thumbs up, I appreciate it. I will be responding to the past two videos comments soon. I've just been a little busy and everything and kind of focusing on the cat and everything. Reggie seems sarcastically excited about his surprise subscriber shout out. And don't forget to check my other videos, hit subscribe, and if you're interested in the mystery boxes, all you have to do is look in the description of this and any video. It's at the bottom of the description. When you click on the link, it goes to my Orgone Pyramid and Organic Soap website, so you're not in the wrong place. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom. I made a section just for the comics, so you don't even have to have PayPal to use it. And don't forget, sign up for the cashback program, because if you spend $25 or more on comics or on the hundreds of different places that they have, you get $10 back, but it has to be within the first 90 days. And I also get a one-time $25 referral fee. So if you want to help me out in a way where you don't have to give me money personally, all you have to do is sign up for that program under the link in the description and spend $25 or more on whatever you want for yourself, because it's free to do. And you'll get $10 cash back, and it gives me a one-time thing, so it helps with my cat, and it helps with our moving. So if that matters to you, that's always appreciated, and plus, you know, I wouldn't promote that if it didn't help you as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy your rest of your day. I look forward to reading all of the live chat comments, because I always read them, even if I don't respond right away. I read every single one of them. Check your comics. Happy collecting. And if you want some more tips and videos that I have done, check my playlist under the tips. And Reggie is not in NYC. He lives in Texas. Good guy. Go subscribe to his channel. Now, since Reggie, you are today's surprise subscriber shout out, and the other people I mentioned, if you have video channels, which I know Reggie does, when this uploads, please put a link to your channel in the description, in your comment. I will approve it, and go subscribe to their channels, because the more we share in this community, the more we all benefit from learning from other people's perspectives, and the more interest we have in people collecting comics. So thanks for watching, guys. I think I've said that like 97 times now. And don't forget to have your friends spayed or neutered. Have a great day.